Beautiful. So those are some big fish. What do people say that come to your house for the first time?
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So you only put 24 fish in here a year ago and about 100 babies came out, huh?
We're guessing 100, might be more.
And they're pretty big. So it's been
Look at now.
basically 1 year. Yeah, yeah. Welcome to living the Aquascape lifestyle. Hey, my greeting party.
Let's go.
Okay, okay. The truck is running. Oh my goodness. This is the Harju homestead. I don't know why we're leaving. He's got a good pond here. And Joanne's Corvette, which was her gift for putting up with Jack. And I'm Greg Wittstock, the pond guy. This is my channel, Greg Wittstock, the pond guy, with some beautiful hydrangeas, a beautiful truck, and then there's Trey.
Come on, we got a lot of ponds.
Okay, okay, all right, brother, let's go. Okay. I love my job. All right, so 53 minutes later, we're in the Poconos, huh, buddy? And this is a project, you probably vlogged this if it was last year, you said, right?
Yeah, so we have a construction video of this build. It's up here on the left. You click on that. This is a really awesome couple. They've owned a pond for over 25 years.
Wow.
Several renditions of it, and then finally they're like, you know what, let's totally rip this out and do something super cool, and that's what we got back there.
And was that your first time working with them, this last one?
Yeah, it was my first time working with them. Really nice people. They're very into their fish.
I love it.
And you're gonna see that.
Okay, and I'll get some underwater fish pictures too with my Axis Go. Hello, Greg. This is nice.
Oh, you know him already, Tom?
Oh, no.
How you doing, Tom? I hear you're a fish lover. Is it Tom?
Tom, yes.
Tom?
My wife, Andy.
Hi, Andy. How are you? Very nice to meet you. So you've had a pond for like 25 years, huh?
99, we put our first pond in. It was
Nice.
an Aquascape package, actually.
Yes, I love it. And then Jack upgraded this last year, I heard.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Did a great job.
We had a spawning in 18. We thought we'd push those fish in, you know, with the fish that we had. And as soon as Jack built this pond, put them in, they started spawning
Again, of course. It happens.
All the fish you see in the pond now, they're last year's. The 63 fish that we had in the basement, we got them rehomed with a...
There's just too many?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You might know them. They're actually Aquascape
Customers? Uh-huh.
dealers.
Oh, okay.
Albanese family?
Sounds familiar.
Stephen Albanese?
Yeah.
Yes.
Albanese.
Yes. Okay.
Albanese Garden Center
Yeah.
there in the Lehigh Valley.
yeah.
We've been doing business with them for, you know, our first fish, you'll meet Bozo. It's his fish that we
1999.
bought there in 99.
And you still got him.
He was 2 years old, I bet you then, so now he's got to be 24.
Oh, yeah. That's great. So Andy just gave me a cup of coffee. Who's the guitar player? Okay, pretty cool. You gonna put some tunes on for us?
Maybe.
All right, that's pretty cool. I have no musical talent at all, so.
Les Paul Gibson.
Yeah.
So if you look at it without the intake bay, you'll see the shape of
That's pretty fun.
Yeah.
So you've been a lifelong musician, Tom?
I'm really a beginner.
Oh man, I see the fish. Yeah.
He just likes
Well, now I see what you see in them.
He's a Bruce Springsteen fan.
Okay. All right, let's go.
Okay.
I got my coffee, nice hospitality, perfect, and yeah, I don't want to leave. It does look like a guitar, I can see it. Wow. Look at this backdrop though. You're on the side of a hill, goes all the way down. I love this bluestone patio and some beautiful fish. Where's Bozo? Which one is Bozo? Isn't it neat how they love the water when it goes faster in this little area? So
It pulls them right in.
it does. It's like a little treadmill. Beautiful. So those are some big fish. What do people say that come to your house for the first time?
Oh, wow.
Yes, they
Things like
do.
that.
They love to see our pond all the time,
Yeah,
too.
their sons
kids
over there come over.
constantly.
Yeah.
And your grandkids?
And the grandkids,
yeah.
they want to go in the pond.
Yeah.
You know, Michael, our
Mike.
youngest, has been in the pond a couple of times.
Mike,
I was
yeah.
actually in it today. It's a sad story. I had to go in there and unblock the caves that you did, Jack. We lost our catfish, one of our catfish.
Yeah.
Oh, he got stuck?
No, what happened is they were trying to spawn about a month ago.
Yeah.
Andy did some research, and catfish will go into a cave, set it up for their spawning. He learned, and so I locked up both the cave and the tunnel so that they couldn't go in.
And he seemed
And he was already
depressed.
in there.
He,
No.
no. He stopped
Just
eating.
stopped eating.
For 3 weeks, he wouldn't eat.
When you blocked up the entrance?
Yeah.
You didn't want him to spawn.
No.
Well, we got too many fish as it is.
Yeah. what did this pond look like before?
It was only from here to here.
So you more than doubled it.
We more than doubled it. That's Bozo.
That's Bozo down there.
He's sleeping. He
Yeah,
was doing that
well,
earlier,
he's
but
24 years old, so that's a pretty unique koi right here.
Now that we can see them,
Yeah.
we could never see this before. Now I see them sleeping in it.
Why couldn't you see it before? The water
Because
wasn't.
it was so murky. And
Right. Did you
it
put a
just-
wetland here, Jack?
Now
Yeah,
that
there's
he
a
did
wetland
the-
filter here. The
See, it's so
intake's here,
clear.
so it's nice and clear. And that was one of the things, like you guys, you love your fish. The pond was always secondary, right? We came in initially because the waterfall was leaking. So we're like, okay, let's rebuild the waterfall. Then we got to talk, and you're like, you know what? Let's talk about expanding the pond. And then it got turned into this.
It was the best
Then we
thing
added
we
on to it
did.
again.
Why?
Because we can see the fish. And plus, look how beautiful it is.
And what's the maintenance like? Because people always wonder about the maintenance on these.
He's the
On this?
Yeah,
A lot
All I do is
easier.
skim in here with a net, and that's
Yeah.
all I have to do.
because you have an intake bay.
Yeah.
Well, give me cheating, drinking, and outlaw songs. Hard time, foolish pride, done me wrong. Flirting with the devil, getting right with the man. Ain't men paint songs, one night stands. You can keep your picket fence fantasies and put a cork in your high school memories. This is my country, my damn country. Give me my country, you can keep the rest. This is my country, my damn country. And it don't mean a thing if it don't pass the test. If you ain't never spent a single.
What I like about the intake bay, it's a lot more surface area. The fish can come in and out of here unimpeded, and they do use it quite often. They love to swim against the current. The koi are a carp, which is a river fish. So
Yep.
they love current, so this is like a playground for them. They did some spawning in here too, right?
This place looked like a sea of foam.
Oh
2
yeah,
days after Jack,
yeah, because the water changed and everything. So you just use basically these nets over here, and then you just scoop the leaves out that fall from all the trees.
yeah,
Right.
that and they like to pick on the parrot feather or the creeping jenny. Sometimes it goes in the water. That's mostly what's in here. You
I
know,
think the biggest difference between this pond and the one you had last time was the approachability. But before you had that wall there,
Oh yeah, we had a
where
wall.
you really couldn't get close to the pond.
Yeah, it was shaped like an oval, and it was built into the hill, so you really couldn't see it unless you were standing over it.
Yeah.
You know, and we had a bottom drain, which it was an 12-year-old pond. So the functioning, I think, degraded over time because the way it was plumbed from the bottom drain into a skimmer, and then from the skimmer down to our basement, we didn't get the.
You had the filters in the basement.
Yeah, and we had a 7800 sequence pump and a Aqua Ultima 2, mechanical filtration.
So a lot more maintenance than a wetland.
Yeah.
This is my country, my damn country. Give me my country, you can keep the rest. This is my country, my damn country. And it don't mean
But what's cool about this is now you've got like all these approachable areas which make it very interactive. This stone especially, where you can stand out and feed the fish. I'm sure the kids
We
love
love
going
that.
on
Yeah,
there.
destination boulder. Did you do the patio too, Jack?
No, this was done by a landscaper.
Beautiful
see
bluestone
The
patio.
retaining wall Jack did to support all this.
Uh-huh. Yeah, because you had to
That's the thing, like,
level it off.
When we did this, we built the whole yard up to make this happen because it sloped off pretty,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
pretty hard here
And it
before.
keeps going down.
That's what was one of the tough parts to get around as far as visualizing when we were talking about it. And I was like, we can definitely make this work. And Tom's like, I don't know how you're going to make this work with this big drop off. And
Yeah,
bringing in that wall.
Build it up, make it flat. A flat area to
Yeah.
excavate.
He was digging this up for about a day and a half after he finished the pond, and then him and his team had to bring in all the boulders. I think Jack brought in 2 large.
We have about 50 tons of
Dumpsters.
boulders.
Yeah, so 100,000 pounds of rock. So a project like this with an intake bay, Jack, a wetland filter, having to grade this out, 100,000 pounds of stone, what would a project like this from Atlantis run?
Today's money would be about 100 grand.
Was it a good investment?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Why?
And we're enjoying it every day.
Well, we set this up so we can hang out and enjoy, and family comes and they love it too.
A lot of hours spent out here, I would imagine.
I keep out of Ann's hair, so I'm usually out here.
So this is where they just love to go around in and swim in. It's probably 6 inches of water, but it's the flow going into the intake right over here. So Jack's just got a fake skimmer lid on here. The fish swim in and out, and this is where everything gets recirculated from. Oh, dropped a rock. So I just talked to the homeowners. They were using a floating food, and floating foods, the floating sticks, I see it all the time. They're filled with air, and they're the least nutritional value for your fish. Check out the link below for Aquascape fish food that has probiotics in there, so it actually breaks down the fish waste. It's not filled with air, so it's a much smaller box. The food goes a lot farther because it's not filled with air, and it's more healthy for fish. There's no floating stick food that is filled with the vitamins and probiotics that a pellet food is filled with. So check out the Aquascape fish food. If you've got an Aquascape pond, use the fish food, use the water treatments, use the stuff created for that pond. So you only put 24 fish in here a year ago, and about 100 babies came out, huh?
We're guessing 100, might be more.
And they're pretty big. So it's been
look at now.
basically 1 year. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so let's hear a little tune, a little ditty by Tom and Andy. You gonna sing for us, Trey? Come on. That's pretty good. Hey, very good. Trey, come on, your turn.
I'm sure you can play. You play
I really don't. I have no idea.
This is exactly why I do my vlogs, to educate and to inspire. And here's people that had a Aquascape pond, they loved it, they wanted to get a bigger pond, they joined a koi society, they loved the hobby so much, and the koi society said, no, you can't do it the way the Aquascape says, you gotta have a bottom drain, you gotta have filters in the basement, and you gotta back flush them every single day, 40 minutes a day, and the results weren't nearly as beautiful as this. Keep it simple, work with Mother Nature, put a wetland that needs to be cleaned once a year, an intake bay when you have leaves and trees like this, and that's an easy way to keep an ecosystem pond. You know, it's funny to me that it's a paradigm shift, and there's so many people that argue and don't want to accept the fact that you can make this thing simple by working with Mother Nature instead of against her, using the biological filtration in the pond with the rocks and gravel to keep things clean, and they insist that you can't do it that way. Yet, I've got 700 vlogs out there right now that showcase people with over 1,000 ponds living the aquascape lifestyle. This is my 30th year doing this. So if you guys are inspired by these things and you want to see how we do it, check out the Team Aquascape vlogs below to see the construction of these. And don't take my word for it, take the people that are living the aquascape lifestyle about how easy and enjoyable this hobby is. I love my job.